Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to easily EV train your Pokemon in Pokemon Legends ZA. This game is actually really easy to EV train your Pokemon. The first thing we got to do is go over to Quasartico here, and there's actually going to be 3 different items that we're going to be purchasing. Now if you're short on Mega Crystals, there's actually a quick farm, and I posted a video on how to farm them quickly, but just to show you guys, if you run over here right across the street, there's going to be a ton of crystals here which can give you upwards of 1 to 2 of the items. So speaking with the right hand lady here at Quasartico, we're going to get access to the Power Weight, Power Bracer, and the Power Lens. These are the top 3 most important ones. I will show you defense and special defense EV training locations, but ideally you're likely just going to want to EV train your health just due to the nature of this game and your attack stat for the Pokemon that you want to train. Now the Power Bracer is going to be for the attack, Power Lens for the special attack, and speed is okay of a stat. You don't really want to EV train. Speed is mainly going to be your health and their attack stat, and I would actually recommend buying 6 of these as we can EV train an entire team at once. Now let's say you want to EV train your starter Pokemon, you already have some terrible EV stats on it. Well, that's not to worry, because we can actually go to this location right here, and we're going to be able to reset them with the Rust Syndicate office. You're just going to run straight in the front door and over to the right hand section here. There's going to be a receptionist. You can talk to them and you can clear away their base points for only 5 Mega Shards. It's a great deal. This is much easier than spamming the berries to reduce their stats. To reduce HP with berries, you're going to get a Palmag berry. I haven't found one in the game. To reduce your attack, the Kelpsy berry for reducing defense. There's the Quailot berry. The Hondu berry is for reducing the special attack. The Greppa is for reducing special defense. And then the Tomato is for reducing speed. So if you just want to use these instead, it will only reduce it by 10 points, and if there is fully, let's say they have their attack stat fully maxed out, that's 252 points that they have to reduce, so you're going to be using 25 berries. You're better off just going the Rust Syndicate. Now, if you didn't beat the game and are unable to buy the power items, you can actually get a Power Bracer for boosting up your attack at this location here. For the Power Anklet to boost up your speed, you're going to come do the Mission 69, nice, right here. For the Defense EV training item, it's just going to be right here for Mission 39. The Power Band for special defense is right down here with Mission 99. The Power Weight to get your health EV to train quicker is right beside Restaurant Lena here. And Mission 104 will give you the special attack one just right here. On to training your EVs for health. Now, this is a little bit tricky. We have to wait till we get to Wild Zone 12, and we're going to teleport in here. And once we get into the main gates, we're going to be going after Snow Runts and Go-Goats. And remember to make sure you do have your items equipped so that you do get the extra stats for doing this. But the nice thing about this is there's going to be a bunch of snow runs just right here, and you can mostly ignore the rest of them. All you have to do is just run in and get your Pokemon to attack them. I'd recommend using moves like Extreme Speed or anything that's not going to hit multiple targets. You really don't want to be using ones that are going to hit in a multitude of areas, because we just want to take out these snow runs here. So all you have to do is just literally keep running around, attacking them, just ignoring the rest of them. There will be alphas that will go around here, so that is something else to keep in mind, but we're just going to be hunting down the Go-Goats here and the snow runs. Yeah, just again, keep in mind all the other Pokemon that will be running around. We want to try and clear this area out as quickly as possible, as we have a 5-minute timer on these Pokemon to respawn. So once we clear this out, we're going to run to the next area. So after clearing out Zone 12, we're then going to move on to Zone 19 to continue our health training. Because at Zone 19, there's Kangaskhan, who's going to give us health EVs, as well as Audino and Clefairy. And there's going to be a lot of Clefairies here at nighttime. So upon warping into level 9 or area 19 here, there's gonna be Kangaskhan's right outside the gate, so you can just go around attacking them. And then we may want to swap this over to nighttime if you're playing during the day, because you see this big gazebo here. There's going to be an alpha furfru there, which is normally going to be Clefairies at nighttime. But again, look out for the Audinos here, so you're just going to go ahead, blast away at them and all the Kangaskhan's. And after you beat the game, you're able to see the stats a little bit better here, so you can see what their EVs and IVs are. But you can see on all these Pokemon here, our health stat is about halfway now between these 2 areas. Now, if you want it to be nighttime for the Clefairy to spawn in, what we're going to do is we're just going to run straight up here. There's a bench a little bit away, which will allow us to swap it to nighttime. So we're just going to run over here. And in the corner, we do have our benches. And then boom, we got Clefables and Clefairies and all that good stuff. So we're just going to run back in here, avoiding the Furfru. The Furfru are extremely annoying here because they're going to get away and get attacked. We don't want their EVs. We just want these ones here. So again, you're just going to go around attacking them. You can end up having a Drampa up here, but again, use any type of move that's going to hit a single target, like the quick moves that don't end up hitting, like this one here, don't use special attack. If you need to, you can run away and go to some other areas here to just get the dogs off of you, because they can be annoying. Metagross makes for a really good Pokemon here because the Bullet Punch is actually pretty effective because it's going to be a Steel type to hit all these fairies, and it's a priority move, so you can get in there and use this really quickly if you need to go in, because some of these will run away, as you see there. Don't have the highest level, and I don't have him EV trained in his attack stats yet, so that's what you're seeing there. Then you can run back to the first zone, as it's likely going to have some of the Pokemon back here. It may not have all of them, so you may have to take a moment, but between zone 12 and 19, you'll be able to get everything you need from these two. After repeating this 1.5 to 2 times, you're going to have your health points fully maxed out. You'll see that by when you inspect the stats, it'll have a little sparkle by it. Now, fortunately, if you want to train your attack EV, it's actually really easy. And I actually had special attackers with max out attack stat because I was grinding for a Gibble here. So a Wild Zone 8, pretty much everything here except the Numel there. So ignore the Numels every time you see them. We're just going to run straight past them. Sometimes you'll get lucky with only one of them here. We want the Drillburs. These are going to give us our attack stat as well as pretty much everything else here. So we're going to go after them. And there's also going to be the Sandiles and Karaktaroks over here that we can also attack. Ignore the camera up. If you beat the game, you may have an alpha one just lurking over there. You can just ignore that. We're just going to go around attacking all these, the Machops, the Drillburs. Pretty much everything here is going to give us the attack stat that we want. So yeah, Machops, everything but Numel. The best part about this zone is it actually refreshes the enemies really quickly. Just ignoring that camera up there, you're going to see the Drillburs and the Gibble stuck in the ground here. Gibble also gives attack EVs, so that's perfect. But my recommendation here is to get attacks that hit in a huger effect. That was kind of the opposite advice that I gave last time. But just because you're able to hit multiple at a time here with this, so it can be really nice as long as you're not fighting the Numel, and they don't seem to be very aggressive, which makes this a whole lot easier because everything else is going to aggro onto your character, and then you can just go ahead with the large area of effect attacks. If you can get the Alpha Croctorok here, that's really great, especially if you have a move like Earthquake that can hit a multitude of enemies at once. Just having them close by is nice because then again, most of these are going to be taken out pretty quickly, so Earthquake's just really good because it's going to hit everyone in that area. Wild Zone 13 is also a really nice place to farm attack EVs because the Phantoms, Heracross, Pinsir, Scyther, and Weeping Bell all give attack EVs. When you come to the Zone 13, watch out for the butterflies here. You can mostly just avoid them. There's going to be a bunch of bugs here, making it really easy because they're all kind of grouped up together. And then you can go ahead with just taking them out just like this. And there's maybe a Alpha Weeping Bell over here too, which is really nice. Just be mindful of the butterflies there. But the nice thing is the Earthquake move won't hit them, so you can actually just run around here and use the Earthquake without having to worry. So both Pinsir and Heracross will give you that attack EV alongside all the grass attacks, all the grass Pokemon here too. Just again, mindful of the butterfly. And a good place, Earthquake can again do a crazy amount of damage taking out these. And what's nice about this is the butterflies will not aggro onto you, so you won't likely hit them. Now, Zone 8 is just probably the best location to do this because you can go ahead with these huge area of effect attacks and gather in exactly what you need here. It's honestly just the best. And as you can see, the Numels are just kind of chilling around. They don't bother us, so this is a really good one if you need to max out your attack stats really quickly, especially in the early to mid game. And yeah, the attack stat is the easiest one to max out. It does not take long at all. Now, for special attack EVs, it's actually going to be at Wild Zone 17, which you may already know, because the pyroar here are crazy. So once we load in, we're just going to run past this here. We're going to go up to the top section where all the pyroar are. Now, I'd recommend having Surf or Earthquake, which is an attack, not a special attack, but Surf is going to be great because you can hit multiple at a time. You're going to want to spam dodge and just spam Surf. As you can see there, we're able to get multiple in there. The Blastoise, Hydro Pump being another really good one. It does take some time to charge up, but great against the Alpha there and has a chance of missing, as you saw there. But yeah, Surf is going to help out quite a bit. And we can get up on the roof here at nighttime, which is great because there's actually a bench right here. And be mindful that sometimes if you rest there, they will just jump you and take you out. Your best method is to just attack them when they're sleeping. You can sneak up and just hit them with the Surf because the Surf attack has a huge area of effect here. But yeah, they're just going to be an annoyance, so I'd recommend dealing with them pretty quickly. After you've dealt with them, we're going to run up over here. And up on the roof, there's some Lampent, which will also give you some more attacks. And again, these also are weak to Surf, which makes it great. Watch out for the Mega Mawile there. Now, another good one is actually Wild Zone 4. There's only one Pokemon here that will be able to give you the special attack EV, but it's an early game one. And the nice thing is, it is a very easy to see Ghastly here. So you can see we already walked in, and there's two right in front of us. Watch out for the spiders here. We don't care about them. We care about the Ghastlies, so just go after the Ghastlies. And one of the nice things about this is they're available at the day or at night. And similar to the other locations, if you do these 1.5 to 2 times, you're going to end up getting your full special attack EVs. And on something like Gardevoir, that's nice. It's almost 360 special attack. And for the rest of these stats, I don't actually recommend raising your special defense, or speed stats. It seems like even in the competitive play of this game, it's better to go all offensive because we can swap our Pokemon. But if you do want to get defense EVs, we're going to take our time over to Wild Zone 14 here. And there's actually 3 Pokemon that's going to give us defense EVs. So Aeron gives us a +1 to defense. Lairon will give us a +2 to defense. And then over here, if we can find the Steelix, or the Onyx, it'll also give us a +1 to defense. So you got to watch out though. Those will give us attack EVs. Unless you want attack EVs, you're just going to ignore the extra drill. And for defense, there's actually another one by Hotel Z in Area 1. We're actually just going to come over here to Cafe Class. There's a Hollow Glider right here that we're going to go up. When you're up top, we're actually going to continue south here. And there's a secret area. Use your Rotor Glider to get across. And you can continue just running south along here. And you're going to travel across over to here into this little section here. And then you'll come across this tree right here where there's a bunch of Kakunas here, which will all give you defense +2. And as for special defense, we want to go to Wild Zone 9. And there's actually another weird spot we can go to too. And in Wild Zone 9, you're going to make your way up to the rooftops around here. This one is a little bit annoying, so I would actually recommend just a bit north, there's the Lumiose Sewers. Now, once you get inside of the sewers here, we're actually just going to run around until we find Goomies or Skrelps. So there's just going to be a few of these lurking around here. This will give us our special defense. You can run around, avoid the Inkay and everything else. I'll be honest, special defense training is one of the most annoying. It's literally bouncing between this and here. This one, unlike the others, which will take like 2 attempts at both locations, will actually take you more like 6, 7, or even 8 between the few of these. Anywhere's has got carbings are good as well, but there's no real good spot for special defense. And I think that's the game telling us that we should in special defense train. And to end off with a good one, speed EVs are actually at Wild Zone 1. So pretty much everything you see here is going to give you speed. There's the Fletchings here. There's the Bunnelby, which will also give you the speed stat. Pidgeys will give you it. The Pichu that's hiding over there. And Weedle. Ignore the little, these ones here, the other worms. Just attack everything else in this location. The Weedles, everything gives you the speed, and I guess you can ignore them. And Wild Zone 3 is also really good, and I've also posted a video on how to shiny hunt here. No joke, you can get 10 shiny if you let your device stay overnight with the controller using the downward stick, and it's actually really easy to do. You can check out my video on that. But once we come here, there's going to be a few zones that we run to. So right here is Pikachu. There's going to be 3 of them. They give you 2 speed stat. And then in this corner, there's going to be an Esper, which gives you 1 speed stat, and there's usually about 2 of them in this location. And then after that, we're going to find the Fletchings. They're a little bit harder to find, but there will be an Alpha at the top of this location here, beside the Alpha Litleo, which we're not going to attack. We're just going to run straight up here, and there it is. Now, again, you can just walk with your control stick down to get all the shinies in this area. And one trick for this Fletching, it's actually the only place in the game where you can do this. So the Fletching can get taken out really easily. And whenever it's in this dizzy state, we're just going to run downstairs. This gives us the EV, but it'll also refresh it. As long as it doesn't go down, this will give it a 5-minute cooldown, so you can get a quick and easy speed stat here. And there you have it. Those are the best ways to train your EVs in Pokemon Legends ZA. So again, health, attack, or special attack will be your best choices, and then you put the last 6 points into either your speed or your defenses, and you can also use the feathers for that. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below as well. I hope you have a great day, and we'll catch you all in the next one.